At some point this evening, you will sit down to relax. This is the plan. This is the entire plan. You have earned this. The day is over. The obligations have been met. The social contracts have been honored. You are going to sit down, select something to watch, and experience what experts describe as enjoyment. You open the platform. The platform opens back. There are, by conservative estimate, 47,000 things available to watch right now. Documentaries, dramas, limited series with prestigious casts and complicated timelines, comedies from countries you will one day visit, a cooking competition that has been running since before some of your co-workers were born, the full filmography of a director you have been meaning to explore since 2019. You scroll. This is not yet a problem. Scrolling is research. Scrolling is due diligence. A person cannot simply select the first thing they see. That would be reckless. You are a thoughtful consumer of narrative content, and thoughtful consumers evaluate their options. You scroll past something you have already seen. You consider re-watching it. You do not re-watch it. You scroll further. Somewhere in the back of your mind, a small internal committee has convened. They are arguing. One of them wants the documentary about the ocean. One of them wants something easy. One of them is still thinking about a show someone mentioned 18 months ago and cannot remember the name of. One of them simply wants to go to bed and is being outvoted. You switch platforms. This is a tactical decision. The first platform was not delivering. The second platform has different content and a slightly different scrolling interface, which means the next several minutes will be spent reorienting before the evaluation can resume. This is fine. You have time. You do not actually have that much time. You open a third tab and search for something that was recommended to you once. You find it. You read the description. The description is accurate and the reviews are good and the runtime is acceptable. You hover over it for a moment. You do not click play. Instead, you close the tab and return to the second platform, where you scroll past the same content you scrolled past on the first platform. Because content, it turns out, is a finite resource distributed across multiple platforms in a pattern specifically designed to ensure you can never locate anything on the first try. 17 minutes have now elapsed. This is still recoverable. Many people spend 17 minutes selecting content. This is within normal parameters. You are not yet in trouble. You are a little bit in trouble. You open a fourth platform, which you forgot you had a subscription to, and scroll through it briefly before remembering why you forgot you had a subscription to it. You close it. You sit for a moment with the remote in your hand, not scrolling, not selecting, simply existing in the space between intention and action. Your brain offers a suggestion. What about the movie you said you were going to watch? The one from the list. Everyone said it was good. You have been meaning to watch it for, roughly, 2.5 years. You find it. You read the reviews again, because you have already read them twice before, but reviewing information is part of the process. The runtime is noted. 2 hours and 12 minutes. You calculate what time you would finish. You calculate whether you want to be awake at that time. The math is not in the movie's favor. You need something shorter. 45 minutes. An episode. A standalone thing. You return to the first platform and search the word good, and then immediately close the search bar because that was not helpful. 31 minutes have now elapsed. The evening is entering a critical phase. The window of comfortable viewing is narrowing. This is an observable phenomenon. The later it becomes, the harder it is to begin anything, because beginning something at a certain hour carries the implication that you are the kind of person who starts a 3-season drama at 10:45 on a Tuesday. You are not that person. You are a responsible adult with a morning. And yet, you scroll back to the top of the first platform as if the content has refreshed in the last 31 minutes. It has not. You are looking at the same content you were looking at when this began. The 47,000 options remain. They have not reduced. If anything, the platform has added a new row while you weren't paying attention, which now requires evaluation. You evaluate it. The documentary about the ocean comes back up. You hover over it. The reviews are excellent. Multiple people whose opinions you respect have described it as life-changing. You read the description and watch 12 seconds of the preview. You move on. You are not in the mood for the ocean. The internal committee reconvenes at emergency status. The one who wanted something easy is now presenting a compelling case for a competition show about food preparation. The one who wanted the prestigious drama is losing ground. The one who wanted to go to bed has been joined by a second member. The quorum is shifting. You switch back to the second platform. Something appears in the recommended section that you have seen before, that you enjoyed, that you would enjoy again, and that would require zero emotional investment or decision-making infrastructure to begin. You consider it. You keep scrolling. 44 minutes have now elapsed since you sat down to relax. The math is no longer theoretical. It is stark. You are now aware, in a specific and verifiable way, that you have spent more time selecting content than most short films take to deliver. You have consumed zero narrative. You have processed approximately 600 thumbnails, read 42 descriptions, and watched enough 10-second previews to have the disjointed emotional arc of several different shows you will never actually watch. You put the remote down. You look at the ceiling. This is the decision. Not a conscious one. Not a formal announcement from the internal committee, which has at this point dissolved into a single member sitting alone in a quiet room. This is just the body recognizing before the mind does that the evening has closed. The threshold has been crossed. It is too late to begin and too early to admit you are tired. You pick up your phone. You scroll for 6 minutes. You put the phone down. You sit in the blue light of the platform's home screen, which is still showing you 47,000 options, patiently, without judgment. You turn off the television. You will watch something tomorrow. Tomorrow the decision will be easier. Tomorrow you will know exactly what you want. Tomorrow you will not spend 45 minutes in open negotiation with your own leisure time, arriving at a settlement of nothing. Tomorrow, of course, is tonight, repeated. But for now, you are going to bed. The content remains. It will be there. It always is. And in some small, unacknowledged way, so will the list. The list of things you are going to watch. The list that grows by 3 items every time you close a platform without selecting anything. The list that functions less as an organizational tool and more as a monument to intention. You have built something tonight, not a memory, not an experience, not even a rest. But the list is longer, and that is technically progress.